So this is going to be a bit of a therapy session, right? I saw a tweet by Steve Potato. Okay, here it is, and it says, "Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, 3 million copies sold. Clear Obscure Expedition 33, 1 million copies sold. Schedule 1, 5 million copies sold. This looks like a PC ass game, by the way, but whatever. And Split Fiction, 2 million copies sold. Gaming isn't dead, gaming is thriving, and smaller studios are leading the charge for 2025." I found myself to be in disagreement with this tweet. I embrace the spirit of the tweet, but what I see here, I guess, is I'm more pessimistic about it, okay? Because here's my response to this tweet, right? I said maybe. Except what this shows me is that gamers don't support greatness en masse. Whilst these games are seeing some success, I bet the gaming body has paid 20 times more in microtransactions this year alone. We claim to want quality, then spend the most on live service drivel. And that really is the crux of my argument today. Because a thought hit me, and I thought to myself, you know what? Say that there is a skin based on CL or Lune from Clear Obscure Expedition 33 in Fortnite. How long do you guys think it's going to take for that skin to outsell the entire game's profits? Like, I don't know. I found myself at odds with that, isn't it? Because as a part of the gaming population, we always say that, oh, we don't want live service driven, we don't want microtransactions, we want games that respect our time, we want this, we want that. You guys know the refrain, you know the chorus, you know the songs. Okay, cool. We sing them all as a choir. And yet, when it comes to actually spending our money, we all go and apparently we all spend it on microtransactions, right? Isn't that hypocritical? Isn't that problematic? Because at the end of the day, if you think about it, whether it's Ubisoft or EA, whether it's PlayStation or Xbox, whether it's Nintendo or anybody else, they are not putting out live service games for the fun of it. They're not putting them out because they thought, oh, you know what? Our single player studios have been doing the same thing over for years. Let's try something just fun, just a little live service game. No, they're doing it because they see where the money is going. And we keep feeding them that money. GTA Online choked out GTA 5. It just killed the project. GTA Online is the reason that there was no DLC for GTA 5, even though that DLC was already planned. Okay, maybe we can give the gaming body a pass. Maybe we didn't know how bad things would be 10 years down the line, but we know now, and it hasn't been stopping. It hasn't been stopping. It hasn't slowed down. The live service component just keeps making more and more and more and more money. And then we're supposed to celebrate that Clear Obscure only sold 1 million copies. Now think about that. That's insane. This is like a game that everybody is telling you is pretty much a 10 out of 10. Or it's a game of the generation. Or it renews your love for gaming. Oh, it does this, it does that. Please go and play it. Oh my god, it's even on Game Pass. Now you don't even have to put down all of that money. Just give it a go. And this is the result. Just a single, just a tiny million copies. So now listen, that's fantastic for the game. That's fantastic for the developers. But when you take a look at the whole cohort of those games that they just said there, yeah, Clear Obscure, freaking Kingdom Come Deliverance, right? Schedule One, Split Fiction, okay. The combined total of that is just 11 million copies sold. That should say something to you. That should say something to you that the majority of gamers are not supporting these games. Because these games, as far as I know, are all multi-platform, and we're not going to pretend that a Marvel Spider-Man selling 11 million copies on one platform is a failure, and yet all of these games are available on PC as well as PlayStation as well as Xbox, and in some cases as well as Nintendo. We're not going to pretend that this is good, man. This isn't good. All of these games should be selling right now between like 8 and 15 million copies. Then I will be like, yep, absolutely. We are actually standing behind what we say. People will say, oh, send a message to companies. What message are you sending, man? What message do you think he sends to Epic? One Clear Obscure Expedition 33, right? sells only 1 million copies, and in Fortnite, they can make that money in an afternoon if they just find a skin that's hot enough, right? Whether it's like a Superman skin or a Goku skin or, just like, I don't know, some Marvel rival skin. I don't know, man. It's just like, bro, what message is that sending? Gamers are not like an innocent party in where gaming has gone. In fact, I will say that the instigator of the direction. Because I'm sorry, man, if I was running this gaming business and I see that I can spend hours and love and years and dedication on something like a Clear Obscure, then I can go again and try something like a Split Fiction, then I can go again and try something like a Kingdom Come Deliverance, and each time I have to be brilliant and I have to be creative and I have to be, putting my best foot forward and wear my heart on my sleeve. And I have to navigate all of those treacherous waters to bring you like a brand new IP. And then when I reveal them, you're going to be, first of all, skeptical. Second of all, even when you do fall in love with it, I'm only going to be a few million copies sold. Whereas if I find one live service game, I can make that same money multiple times just off of singular character skins. Something that took like maybe three artists in a back room, an afternoon to design, then three engineers to model. Like I can turn this shit around in a week. I can literally start on Monday and be like, okay, what's our next skin? We don't know what it should be. Let's try something. And then within that same week, by Friday, release that skin and make just as much money as those years and years and years of creative work would have taken. Who is funding that? Who is putting that money out? It's not the investors, it's not the shareholders, it's gamers. And we see it a lot, right? We see people now that are complaining about $80 Nintendo games, complaining about $80 Xbox games, but then those same people will go and spend $80 in like over the course of 2 weekends maximum on Call of Duty, on Fortnite, on this or that. These supposedly free to play games. They're going to say, oh well, I enjoyed the skin. Oh, I have to look cool. And then if you try to like tell them like, hey, okay, cool, you're comfortable spending, $80 on Fortnite skins, whatever, right? Okay, fine. Can you please spend $50 on Clear Obscure Expedition 33? Or at least just like $10 or $20 on the Xbox Game Pass subscription to play the Clear Obscure Expedition 33? It will be like trying to draw blood from a stone. When is it okay to blame gamers for this? When is it okay to like be like, no, no, you guys are the problem? Because right now I'm thinking like, man, these companies aren't the problem. Maybe at the beginning when they were only giving us live service games, and like they pretty much had the death of multiplayer. Like, yeah, maybe at the beginning they were the issue, right? Like, maybe like DLC with Wholesome, it's like, okay, you're the issue. But then when they keep being supported, eventually the feedback loop turns back to us to be like, okay, what do you want? And when all of our money is being funneled into Genshin Impact, into Zenless Zone Zero, into all of these other games that are again supposedly free to play, and yet that's where we apparently put the most of our dollars. Like it's our fault now. Now the problem is you. Like I said, it's a therapy session in that I'm going to say all these things and you're gonna have no answer for me. So it's just like it is what it is. But it's very sad. It's very sad, and I'm tired of people pretending that oh these companies are evil, while at the same time supporting these supposedly evil practices. And nowadays you have a situation where even for like news live service games, take for example Marathon. I don't think Marathon looks good. I don't think they've done the best showing of what that game is. I'm not saying that it is a bad game, but I'm going to say that it was definitely a bad showing. Okay, cool. But now people again are complaining that Marathon is going to be $40, a box price. Do you remember when we used to complain that things will have DLCs and microtransactions and loot boxes in it? I swear to God, there was an era when we would complain about that instead. Now people are complaining that there is a boxed price. But you understand what that means, right? Like if they give you the game for free, they're gonna have to make the money somehow. If they're gonna have to make the money somehow, it's going to have to be in microtransactions and loot boxes and battle passes and season passes and all these things that you say you don't like. But then they're not just gonna leave the game alone because now they need to give you an incentive to interact with those systems. So now the grind is going to be longer. Now there's going to be bullshit ads in your face. Now there's going to be pop-ups and all of these other predatory microtransaction like tendencies injected into the game, making something that could have been good completely impure. But that's what people complain about now. Now people complain that there is a price up front. Now people like actively, like I keep listening to people say, oh, this game should be free to play in order to have the most amount of people. I thought our entire thing was that we didn't want games to just try to have the most amount of people because that's unsustainable. Because not every game can have the most amount of people. Where are all of these people going to come from? I thought we were on the same page. But apparently, we are on the same page until it comes time to pay money. Now, apparently, we want to go back the other way. Like, it's so frustrating. It's like, bro, gamers are hypocritical, man. It's just I don't know, man. It's very sad because I see people keep saying like, "Oh my God, AAA games are not good. AAA games are not this. AAA games are not that." Wow, really, really? When you are the one supporting, listen, man. GTA 6 is a AAA game, right? GTA 6 could be. I'm not saying that it is, but I'm saying it could be GTA 5 with a different flavor to it, right? And that shit is still going to sell as much as the Bible. Like, there's no conviction behind people's words. Listen, I hate it here. I hate it here because it would be fine if gamers would just own up to it and just accept that yes, we love live service stuff. Yes, we love microtransactions. Yes, we love loot boxes and season passes and battle passes and other bullshit monetization. Because then I wouldn't have to pretend that you guys are like me. Because me, I love a box price. I love paying up front and not having to be, you know, like nickel and dimed or put on a subscription service to access a product. I'd rather pay for it once. But the thing is, now I'm in the minority. I'm in the minority now. And then people are trying to now, gauge the success of a game based off Twitch views. Because now that's what gaming has become also. Now it's about viewing someone else play the game. Oh man, that's such a sad state of affairs, man. Gamers are trash. Absolutely trash. And I know there's people like me out there, but we're literally a part of a dying breed. We're literally a part of a dying breed. I don't know. I just this whole clear obscure thing, like when I say only sold a million copies, I was like, wow. Everybody and their mother is telling you that this game is it. This game is the shit. And yet a Fortnite skin of a character in the game is going to make more money in probably a faster amount of time than the entire game alone. Damn, that's sad, man. That's sad. I don't know. Listen, in other smaller news, what is it? Uh, Gears of War remastered or remake or whatever the hell they're doing. Listen, they didn't even come up with a trailer. I've been trying to look for a trailer, but I can't find it. You know. But Gears of War over here. Listen, okay. So it says here, Gears of War Reloaded, that's what they call it. Comes to PS5 on August 26th, remastered from the ground up. There's no photos, there's no trailer, I can't find anything. I don't even know. There's nothing here that excites me because if you're not going to show me the product, I guess I don't care. But listen, for good old fashioned, Xbox fans that play this game, I'm sure you're very happy. It is what it is. Maybe I care about it once I see it, and maybe they're saving for the June showcase. But then in that case, I don't know why they would. I don't get it. Listen, it's fine. But Gears of War's Reloaded is coming to PlayStation. Okay, listen, it's funny because a lot of the Xbox fanboys have been pretending that this wasn't happening when we told them like, hey, this whole ABK thing is going to force you to go into into third party, is going to force you to do all of these things. We told them. And I hate it. Oh my god, I hate it when people pretend that we didn't tell them. We told you. We've been told you because it was obviously gonna happen, man. It's just like it's so annoying because it's like, bro, it's obvious. But we told them then, and we told them now, and now they're trying to pretend that we never said anything. Of course, we told you. It is what it is. But now, Xbox is literally in the trash. And when you say Xbox is dead, I still have people just say to me, "Oh, we have hardware coming." You have hardware coming to do what? What you believe them? They said it was just for games war. You believe that too? Listen, there's no more Xbox hardware coming. There's none. What's it gonna do? I don't know. What's it gonna do? Now listen, I could be wrong. In fact, I hope I am. But what's it going to do? Who's gonna buy it? You're not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna buy it. People were already not buying it. Then they raised the prices of Xbox hardware. So you think they're going to what, go back into a competitive landscape next generation? Bro, there's no more Xbox. Forget about it. There's no more Xbox hardware, man. There's none. They're giving all of the games away. It's not my fault, is it? I've been told you that you should get rid of Game Pass day and date. Like I've been told you shouldn't buy ABK. I've been told you exclusives matter. But every single time that Xbox changes tune, you try to change alongside it. And in so doing, you have brought about the destruction of the thing you were supposed to love. It is what it is. But listen, I don't think that Xbox should stay in the market in order to keep Sony down or to be competition to Sony or to do this versus Sony or PlayStation or whatever. I think that Xbox should stay in the market to offer what Xbox can offer. It's all about PlayStation because again, PlayStation, so Xbox hasn't been in competition with Sony for the longest. They haven't been competitors. Like, okay, they've been competitors, but they haven't been in contention with each other because PlayStation just dog walked over everything that Xbox had to offer. But if Xbox had stayed in the fight, maybe they could have recovered by next generation, and they could have offered something of their own that was compelling to the majority of the gaming fan base or the gaming population. But now that's gone because whether it's a Gears of War or a Forza Horizon 5 or the next Halo or Doom, all of those games are going to PS5 anyway. So it's gone. It's gone. It is what it is. And people are going to now say that, oh my god, it's so great that all of these games. Like, no, man, no, it's not good. The homogenization of gaming consoles, especially high-end gaming consoles, is not a good thing. Not because Sony is going to be wild or Sony is going to be greedy. Like, why do people always put Xbox in perspective with PlayStation? Like, no, not because of that. Not because PlayStation will not supposedly have competition. No, not because of that, but because there would just be one less person to offer something different from PlayStation, from Nintendo. That's it. It's not about them being in competition with each other. That ship has sailed way halfway through the PS4 generation. It stopped being a competitive landscape. It was just a dominant platform and then a minority platform. But that minority platform could have flipped things around and become dominant. Now it's a non-existent platform. It is what it is. And people say, "Oh my God, Microsoft is having a ton of success." Yes, as EA, as Ubisoft, as anybody else that is a big third-party conglomerate. And let's face it, Microsoft has bought their way to be the largest games publisher. Of course, they're going to have success. Of course. Listen, it's sad. But again, the gaming population is hypocritical. We want to pretend, that one thing is good and then the other thing is bad, or exclusives are great for Nintendo but not for Xbox. Like, boy, I'm sorry, Xbox fans. You deserve you deserve an apology from every single Xbox fanboy and podcaster and other bad, actor that you listen to. You deserve an apology from them. I'm going to go right back to making fun of you though for believing that shit because you should have been seeing this coming. You went through school, you had an education, there was no child left behind. You should have known this was coming. You should, and if you didn't know, you should have believed it when we told you, but you didn't. But this is a sad state of affairs. Again, not because of some bullshit PlayStation needs a competitor thing. I don't like that shit. I don't. Like, no. I just think that, again, when we have more things on offer, it's just a good thing that there is more choice for the consumer, that there is more choice for people to be like, yeah, this is my preference. Or you like the asymmetric stick layout? Hey, listen, Xbox carries that. Or you like the symmetric stick? Hey, listen, PlayStation carries that. Or you like games for children? Nintendo carries that. Or you like games like gaming misery? You can find it on PC. Like whatever flavor you have, like because there's going to be a point where genuinely there will be no new Xbox console, and if you like the asymmetric stick layout, PlayStation's probably not going to switch to it. Now they could, I suppose, come up with like two different controllers, one with the symmetric layout, one with the asymmetric layout. But I mean, I guess they could, but it's like, is it likely? I guess not. So it's like if you like gaming that way and you prefer that controller layout, you're going to lose out on that choice. Maybe not this generation. Maybe there will be an next Xbox hardware, but the generation after that, man, I don't know. It is what it is. So this has been a depressive episode of Talking with Emmanuel on this good old fireside chat. But man, I don't know, man. I don't know. Gamers has been letting me down, and it's very sad to see. It's very sad to see. But hey, let me know what you think because maybe I'm just being too doom and gloom about it. Maybe there's goodness out there, but I mean that whole indie games and everything and only selling a few million copies. I understand that for the project, for the studio. I understand it. Trust me, I get it. I know that is successful. I know they are thrilled and they are over the moon. And I know that in the wildest dreams, they probably never expected this much success this quickly. I fully understand that and I'm very proud of that. And I wish them the best of luck to get more and more and more. But man, we really have to put it into perspective, man. 11 million copies. I think Spider Man by itself on one platform, Spider Man 2, sold that shit in like, I don't know, a month or a few days. I don't even let me check it out, right? So Spider Man sells 11 million copies. Spider Man 2 has sold 11 million copies of as of April 20, 2024. And I think that came out in like the November of the previous years. Uh, yeah, it sold 2.5 million units in its first 24 hours. Now, this is on one platform, right? Spider Man 2 sold that. So I think it came out in probably just a few months. Okay, cool. So all of those games that are indie and that people are saying, oh, AAA games are not this and not that, and yet you guys bought 2.5 million copies of Spider-Man 2 within the first 24 hours. Clearing, like, boy, I don't know, man. I don't know. You guys understand. The math is a mathing. The gaming body says that they don't even like AAA games anymore. And yet, And listen, I like Spider-Man 2. I love it. I'm very glad for the success that it got. It should have sold more. Why? But man, we can't be talking out of one side of the mouth while the wallet over there is buying Fortnite skins. It's just, man, it's just, I don't. Y'all have a good morning or a good night, depending on which side of the globe you're on. Have a good one, though.